Go space dolphin, go space dolphin, go space dolphin, go!
I haven't tried.
Hello, boys and girls! Gogogo here again, and we did see a GG last game. A GG from my computer because it went and fucking crashed. Boys and girls, we've just had a blue screen of death, and we have a show match to complete between Zomgrofl and Sylian, which is why we are going to get it done now.
Getting better.
So,
I'm doing better against Zomgrofl as well.
As you can hear, the two gentlemen are now talking. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes, we are. Why?
Well, we are just about ready to continue the show match. Let's get logged into that game. And in light of the fact that I was not there for the conclusion of that game, even though I saw 86 Zerglings piling across the field, I am going to leave it to a vote of the Fusion Slopes clan at large as to whether we should replay that first match.
It's bullet. It's bullet. Zom won.
We're going to put it down to a vote because, as we all know, the Fusion Slopes are a completely open-ended and fair clan.
Bullet.
We see Martin's very vehement response to that. Would you, while we're waiting for my game to load, would you guys care to introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and how you got into the Fusion Slopes. Zom, let's start with you.
Well, I got into the Fusion Slugs by knowing Dick, and he was like, "Hey, want to play StarCraft?" And I was like, "Not really." But then I did anyway, and we started playing, and entered a few tournaments, and then the Fusion Slugs came to be after 2KSF, and here we are, a multicultural, multi-international, $1 million industry. Or maybe we make no money and we just play weekdays, twice a week.
It brings a tear to my eye.
Second statement.
So, let's go over to you then, Sylian.
And I'm cheesing.
Oh my, you're cheesing.
Well,
It's almost as if I've already told you
silly.
that the rematch is going to be on Steps of War with no rocks. So, Sylian, one more time, would you care to introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, hey, I'm Sylian, like Zom over here, who just spoke before. I also joined through Dell, pretty much the same time, really. Found out about Fusion Slugs, and I was like, well, yeah, I like StarCraft, and yeah, about any real-time strategy game, and Fusion Slugs, well, pretty cool to be in a clan, yeah, getting you into tournaments and stuff. Winning games.
That goes crunchy crunchy.
When's the last time you won a game? Lays the smack talk down.
I won a game recently, thank you very much, in a tournament.
Was it an AI or a player?
Now that is just uncalled for.
The music tells us we are almost ready. We are logging in. We are here. And it is now time to set up that game.
They see the roll up.
Let's go into the custom games version of this. Create game. Steps of War. That good old Blizzard miscellaneous deathmatch map, which would be over in less than 5 minutes with a worker rush from Terran. Less than 2 minutes usually. Let's get those players into that game. Sylian and Zomgrofl. I am refereed. Rematch! 0-0. Ready! We're ready to begin this rematch of Game 1, which may or may not be met with protest by one of the parties involved. But
I can't believe this.
I don't care.
Oh.
Call it practice for when you're platinum, my friend. Good luck, have fun, good game. And at this point, I am now going to cast the game in sound effects.
Dead Overlord.
Shouldn't the sound effect there be...
Yeah. Deflating balloon.
I will imagine that's an explosion of goo in my mind.
Would that be more? Not
Yeah.
As you can see, everybody involved in Fusion Slugs is a professional voice actor. Children, do not try this at home.
In a world where Zerg have exploding overlord.
They decided to fill the overlords with banelings.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Ordnance. Just use overlords as ordnance baneling throwers. That'd be awesome. Well, spawning in the bottom left-hand side we have Sylian. In the top right we have Zomgrofl.
How am I going to take three matches next?
Yeah, that actually hurt me because I can't do any like early Zerg pressure. Or anti-Zerg, you know, mass up pressure. Mass economy. Zerg and economy.
When I grow up, I'm gonna build me barracks. Haha, screw you, I'm gonna get home.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The meals come out.
So you get angry.
Yeah,
Well, no, any more than 1 meal. One meal doesn't actually have that.
yeah.
50 minutes per 60 seconds.
No, it's got to be more than that, man. Way more than that, isn't it?
Not, mineral 250, but it's not
400
like...
minerals over its lifetime.
Money!
I'll have to check up.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Money!
I'm almost sure it's 4.
Bling, 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 bling. Yeehaw! Bling, 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 bling.
Some sort of small master.
That APM, boys and girls.
400.
Command center, command center, command center, command center, command center. Holy weather fathers! Ah!
Catch.
You, dirty, 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 dirty. Nim, 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 nim. Hot tub, bitch. You know, I don't actually have to do the game style sound effects. Birds! Birds, 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 birds. Ooh, you're gonna be my friends. No. Sad SCV is sad.
Oh, God damn it.
Sad SCV needs to throw down an engineering bay. Gas geyser! Sad SCV. When I grow up, I want to be a potato. Blah, blah, blah. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Bunker, 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 I am free. Free to play. Haha, noob, no cancel. Yeah, stab him, get him, yeah, get him, stab him, kill him, get him, yeah. I'm a bird, you wanna be my friend? Come back, little friend. Zergling, we can break dance! You are all so petty and tiny. Overlord. Arr! Go away, go in the corner, no one likes you. Go to your Protoss friend, traitor. We see a factory going down, for those of you who are actually wondering what the hell's going on, aside from these sound effects. We have a bunch of SCVs, we have names, we have units, we have production. What do you want from me? Stop asking me to do things! Actually, let's go with the StarCraft 1 style green. That was just an amazing guitar riff to throw into a unit. I see lovely things on the map. Let's just go over here and look at the mini-map. Let's see if we can figure out what's happening. Okay, the Zerg is building a lot of Zerglings, or drones. I'm assuming they're drones and they're going to go into this base. Yep, they're drones, third expansion. Meanwhile, the Terran's just building up a couple of extra units. We have the command center going down. Some SCVs. Looking at the units tab, we're probably going to see about 30 drones to 25 SCVs, perhaps 32 to 33. Oh, the early marine pressure did actually delay that number by quite a bit, but a few extra drones here will definitely show up that number. So the two players are relatively even right now. However, Zomgrofl does have a good opportunity to push out and be a bit more aggressive with this. We see a couple of marines being produced at a time, and we see double Hellions. Those aren't Hellions at all! You lied to me! Meanwhile, extra marines and marauders. Ooh, he's expecting roaches. And he's seeing banelings! Now, what's a good sound effect for banelings? I can't actually do that deep, throaty gargle. It's kind of like a prepubescent overlord that can explode and wants to give you hugs. And wants to be adopted. Look at it. That's a face only a mother could love. Don't try and headbutt me. Dodged. Successful. Larva. Energy. Larva. Energy. Good timing with the inject, but we do see here that this queen has a massive amount of energy and is actually powering 2 hatcheries. Until now. We have a large number of drones being produced. We're up to around about 50 drones, getting towards that point. And we've got the lair underway along with an Evo chamber, and probably we're soon going to see some drops. From the Tyrant player, we see Cloak. Oh. What are you doing, sir? Cloaking field. That's a Banshee ability. And this is actually a really, really dangerous thing to do if you're a Terran. Always complete your wall-offs. Like, I'm not joking about that. Complete your wall-offs, please. Do you see back in the main? Where is this starport? There it is. Why you don't make Banshees? We see in the unit tab there is one Banshee out on the map, probably somewhere over here. Banshee, wherever art thou, Banshee? Here she is. Just chilling out in the main. She's probably going to be joined soon. But
I just messed up.
Yeah. Come at me, bro. Come on. Yeah. No! 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 We have beheld the death of rocks. A tear shed for the rocks lost. You guys may want to rewatch this VOD later because I've done sound effects for the first part of the game, and I feel I've done justice to the destructible rocks.
Oh, what's the whole thing?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm invincible, bitch. Me too, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 3 armor. Why you no vomit creep? Still alone. Still unloved by anyone except his Protoss ally. Like, he's just kissing the Protoss hand. See that? See that? He's just going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ugh. Cannot be unseen. Now, back in the Terran base, we see quite a lot of scan being saved up to deal with creep tubers that aren't there, and quite a couple of banshees to deal with queens which are killing banshees. Yummy! Banshees, pretty good. Banshee's going on a little bit of a tour de France around the outside of the map. I do actually quite like the way that the portraits change when the cloaking field gets turned on. Visors come down, everything becomes kind of blue around it. It's pretty cool. However, this is better. Overseer? Overseer. Well. Yawning Matthew. We see 9 workers were killed during that engagement, but that's not a particularly large amount. What was a big deal was losing 3 queens, or 2 queens, and having another one pushed away for quite some time. It delayed the lava injects, however, Zomgrofl has managed to get up a rather sizable Baneling army. And these roaches? I'm imbalanced! These roaches are going to realise they're not really good at shooting up. They are, however, really good at hunting down people. Yeah, that's my job, bitch! They are really good at hunting down Hellions that are trapped by the destructible rocks. Thank you, destructible rocks. You're welcome, Jedruka. Yeah. You see, another 3 banshees! Oh my god! But against 2 spore crows and a queen, I can't actually imagine them doing too much damage. We see 1 goes down, 2 go down, and the 3rd one's going to run into a little bit of trouble. Over here, we do see that a queen is going to move into position with an overseer armada soon to try and take this out, and gets it. But a rather sizable marine tank marauder Thor army pushing out. But versus this many lings, this many banelings, I can't imagine it being too effective. A nice flank with the roaches. They're going to pick off this Thor. However, we do see that roaches not so good against siege tanks. And actually, wow! Siege tanks doing a surprising amount of damage versus these units. Zomgrofl's army has been cut down to almost nothing. Just kidding. He had a lot of lava saved up, and now he's going to go with a couple of Zerglings. However, 2 more Banshees, killing off a Zergling at the Zelnaga Watchtower, are going to just pave the way for the wide open wall back at his main base. We see a Thor with no SCV support, not going to really be that effective against this many roaches. The Hellions here at this choke with blue flames, surprisingly effective. Siege tanks also pretty good from the high ground, but we do see too many Zerglings. We should be seeing the GG pretty soon. Another Thor, another couple of Hellions. Come on, kill the Thor, kill the Thor, kill the Thor. Kill the Thor. I want to do a sound effect. Kill the Thor. Kill the Thor. Kill the Thor. Tag the Thor. Make Mutalisks. Not good against Thors. We do see here that there is a rather undefended expansion which could quite easily be destroyed if he were to go past the shrubbery and go past the destructible rocks. Yeah. Which is exactly what he's doing. 10 Mutalisks going to walk in, just going to go nom 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 nom. Because this base is really oversaturated. Oversaturation, big problem in a base like this. We see that Hellions are not especially good at dealing with Mutalisk harass, and several SCVs have been killed off in that engagement. We see now 36 have been killed, along with 199 units that have been lost. Some missile turrets going up in the back of the base, and all of that damage which got dealt has actually been mitigated now by the fact that he hasn't continued his aggression. We do see quite a lot of roaches being made, but versus a tank-heavy composition, roaches may not be the best choice. We see that Zomgrofl is going to magic box the Thor, and he's going to get it. Is he going to get it? What do you think of my Schwarzenegger impression? Thank you. I'm quite proud of it. Marines oftentimes better than Mutalisks. Mutalisks are forced to retreat. We do see this Overlord still has no friends other than this Proto-San, which is... That's just inappropriate, Mr. Overlord. No. No! This Overlord has finished his business. He's shunned the statue over here. He has no more interest in him. He's got what he wants. Selfish bastard. We do see over here some Blue Flame Hellions actually moving in to do quite a bit of damage against these Hellions, but Thor's being back here, we see that Roach Mutalisk can actually take this out quite well. A large group of Mutalisks here around the watchtower, which actually is secured by Zomgrofl, so he can actually see everything that is parked right here. And he knows that he has actually a very open route into the main. A couple of Banshees with Clo going to kill off some lings, but frankly that's not that big of a deal. This, however, is a big deal. 4 siege tanks have sieged up on the low ground. However, at this range, we do see that Mutalisks coming from behind. Oh god, they're massing up! They're clumping up and Thors are killing everything. We hear in the chat that Zom's not especially happy right now, is he? Those bunched up Mutalisks. Ouch. Very unfortunate. And we just see that drones are no match for 2-2 upgraded Thors. Come at me, bro. In fact, we're going to follow this Thor for the rest of the game. Control Shift and F. There he goes, just trundling along. Boy, stop that. Oh, awesome. If you click another unit when you're in Control Shift F, you end up following that unit instead. Let's follow the life of the lava. We do see here another couple of Banshees moving in. While there are some... Oh my god, which one is the hero drone? Who got the kill?
Okay. PG. I feel much better after doing that.
GG! Now that we have
thank
suitably deafened a couple of the participants in this game, I feel it's about time for Zomgrofl to choose his map. And we're going to introduce our first stipulation for this game.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Sylian, as the winner of the previous match, you must sacrifice half of your SCVs at the start of the game.
That's a bit imba, huh?
The one restriction is, Zomgrofl, you may not build a spawning pool before 14 supply.
Before 14 supply? Okay.
Your choice of map, please make an invite.
Oh, I gotta make it. I don't wanna make MTG, I can never find it.
Fair enough, I shall find it for you.
Actually, it might be my recently played one.
Ah!
There it is. Second one in the list.
Apparently, I have 44 frames per second right now. And 1 stall a minute for 85 milliseconds. I did not know you could do that if you Control Alt F instead of Control Shift F. You learn something new every day, boys and girls. Let's go into the chat and see what people are saying about us. And apparently Wolfbomb likes my sound effects. Now hopefully there will be some good destructible rocks, because the sound effects that I'm going to make for this game, I'm going to try and make them as realistic as possible and as true to the originals. However, I'm going to customize 2 units so as to hide their identities.
Ready when you are.
I'm ready. However, why am I not a referee, sir?
No referee.
Thank you. Let's get it going. Good luck, have fun, good game!
Bananas and cheese. How are those the best duck craft food? The best duck
I'm referring to cheese. That's the joke there.
Going into game number 2 on Antigua Shipyard.
Then I thought, cheese. Antigua Shipyard. Oh, this map.
Indeed, Antigua Shipyard. Now, we see, starting out at the beginning of the game, Sylian needs to sacrifice 3 of these SCVs immediately or worker rush them to some location of the map. Do as I say. You have 3 seconds before you are disqualified. 3, 2,
If you're disqualified, I'm taking that as a win.
1.
Who needs that? Alright. Can do this.
That's 2. 1 more. Just for that cheek of rallying one, you can send another one, bitch.
No, we agree on the rules. 3's max.
I said the starting 3. You've made 2 and rallied 1. 1 more, come on. Kill it. Kill it.
Steve, I'm 13 fooling you.
Kill it. There you go. Don't you dare build a supply depot, I'm watching you. Send him to his death. Don't just click 2mm, I'm watching you.
Dad, Mike.
Lol.
I'm glad you didn't say something like 60 food for my spawning pool. That was making like
That could be the next game.
Oh, there will be no next game. There will be no next game. Not with me anymore.
It entirely depends.
I want to see duck this.
Oh, we could be seeing a very quick GG here as we see that these SCVs that were told to be suicided have actually gone out to build 1111 barracks. And shortly after, I imagine, we're going to be seeing a bunker, but this many drones being pulled off the line is going to kill them with relative ease. And the immediate follow-up to this should be a lot of Zerglings. And wow! I can't believe you actually managed to finish that. In the meantime, we see that Sylian may well be going for some kind of expansion, perhaps lifting up his command center and flying to the top left-hand side where he's actually started a wall off. Interesting. A very interesting way to defend against the counter all-in Ling push which is coming. However, we don't actually see an extra SCV on the way to deal any of the damage here, and apparently one Marine cannot kill two Lings. Not even one of them. We see here 4 Zerglings on the way. We should be seeing Ling speed started relatively soon when he gets 100 gas. Probably he'll then pull these drones out and then just go with Lings. Top left.
Thank you, friends.
The funny thing is, he's going to see this free supply depot, and then he's going to assume, oh, woo, free supply depot, let's kill it, and then walk into the main. However, should he actually continue scouting, he's going to realise that he's utterly fucked. Zergling, not as good as a Marine inside a bunker.
You liked it!
I said top left, you found a free supply depot, take it. Yes, Sylian, that is to spite you for delaying that SCV murder. We see that Sylian's actually stabilised after the rather horrible constraint. The income tab, it's looking actually quite favourable for the Terran with the amount of mining time lost, courtesy of that 1111 barracks. However, Banelings are pretty good versus a bunker and a supply depot with no space in between them. Baneling, Nob, Baneling, 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 Baneling. Marines, Zerglings, death. And Zomgrofl is continuing to attack the top left-hand side, which he knows to be empty, except for this barracks. Oh, how cute. However, setting a rally point between the two main areas, he's not actually going to spot this, which is a rather unfortunate turn of events. However, this barracks would actually do quite a lot of use if it were on the low ground around here, perhaps even on the middle ground here. Can you land a building there? I'm curious about that. Someone should try that in the game sometime. We see here, however, he's morphing in quite a few Banelings, and this is not going to be enough to stop him. A couple of Hellions could be beneficial in defense here, but with 2 racks, 2 Hellions, I believe we're going to see a very, very quick GG and a very, very quick Game 3. It all depends. These have lined up rather perfectly. And here come the Zerglings. They surround the Hellions, there's no wall off, and you know what happens when a Terran doesn't have a wall off? The Terran dies! However, Zomgrofl has decided to not actually send these Zerglings into the main. Not even one, and there's actually a bit of a staring contest going on here. Some things are actually really cute when you look at them up close, until they do that! Oh my god! They're really cute when there's little wings, and then you just see them go bleh! Look at me, I'm fat. And banelings, really cute in of themselves, especially when they go and kill things. Oh, look at me, hug me, love me, why don't you love me? That's why, because you die and kill things. And we do see that SCV's mass repairing Hellions actually super effective. However, they eventually do get killed off, and a few Zerglings are enough to wipe out this base. 2 SCVs and a Marine. We see the 2 Mana Mules coming down. We're going to see a GG very soon. Aren't we? At this point, it's just a matter of waiting for the Zerglings to come in and go nom 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 and kill everything. Right, I'm calling it. I'm going to call it at GG here, because he has absolutely nothing. This Zergling still didn't find the barracks, and yeah, there's not a lot that can be done at this point.
But I couldn't really do this after I got rid of my first quest TV.
I don't know.
If you'd proxied the 3rd, you might have actually succeeded.
You don't proxy the 3rd. Well, naturally.
Yeah, I might have, yeah.
Or maybe...
Well, actually going to be a bunker rush, but I couldn't get the supply depot timing down.
You need a barracks for a bunker.
I have to admit, I think I request another reimagining.
And we're done.
Half
We've had another bad game. You sacrificed about 25% of your supply by the time you got down to it. Now, the constraint for the 3rd game. Are you ready, gentlemen?
4th game? Come on!
The 3rd game, the first one we are calling a tie. You are both going to do Fun Day Monday.
But I'm not Protoss.
The Fun Day Monday of the week is as follows. If you are Terran or Protoss, you may not take your gas until you have 3 bases. If you are Zerg, you may not take your gas until you have 4 bases.
What? Is that 4 bases or a macro hat?
4 bases.
Oh, come on! It's not possible! Terran don't need gas to build Marines and win? Oh my god!
Look at these sacrificing up almost V's and doing crazy stuff.
I think I know how I could do this. All the bases. Yeah, I could do this. Let's do this.
Yeah,
now, what is the biggest map you know of?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because we've just tried and found out that Atlantis spaceship is not here. And neither is Whirlwind, and they are 2 of the biggest maps of all. Oh. Gentlemen, it's a choice of Calm Before the Storm and Terminus.
What about Megadon? Or Megaton?
Megaton, a 4v4 map.
With all the bases in one area.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Well, let's see.
You're allowed to veto it, please.
Nah, not Megaton. Nah. What was the choices? Megaton?
Terminus and Calm Before the Storm.
Calm Before the Storm sounds good.
Yeah, it's just a combo song.
Calm before the storm it is. Let's get these players invited into the game.
We really need to real ID each other, Matt. That way I can just right-click join.
Of course.
We'll organise that after the.
That we shall. We will take a very quick moment to check the stream and see that 5 beautiful people are watching. Hello all of you, giving me 272 views in 2 days. Big hearts to you. Very big hearts to you. So, why not? Because we're going to have a rather epic Fun Day Monday challenge, why not get on your Facebook, tweet it, just shout out the message of twitch.tv/Jhed, as sponsored by these wonderful people. Sponsored by the Fusion Slubs down here. You see the lovely Facebook and Twitter links. We also see, below me, Korean.com, providing tournaments for English speakers in Korea on the Korean server. And also sponsored by the wonderful music of Holiday Rain. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jhed. I will be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes! 2 minutes.
What's the internal tournament?
When's the internal tournament? Not sure. Has been Ben and decides to have it.
It's over 2 weeks. He hasn't said when.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Bonic's gonna be casting it. Yeah!
What's it? Why is saying yeah? But is he
I like
good
when
casting? Is he?
Yeah, man.
Is it fine? Other than that, though, he does the right job.
So I'm gonna try to get my Kerrigan portrait tonight before I go to bed. I've only got to do 2 more maps on Brutal. I only need 1 achievement from the aerial one, the one where you got to kill the Brood Lords and whatnot. And then I just need 1 achievement from the final mission. It's like the one where you have to do the entire thing only using that Zov exploding thing once or twice or something. What else is there? Oh, something else. I'm pretty sure it's something else. Oh no!
You probably
cool. Then I just got to kill the thing on Brutal. So 2 missions on Brutal and 2 achievements. Hang on, I have it all written down here. Let me spout it up.
I think that's
I'm
possible.
missing 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 missions on hard. No, 5 missions on hard, including the final one.
Wait, missing missions on hard. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't done them.
You got a bit of work to do
I've
still.
been going through the archive. No, yeah, that's for the hard achievement. The brutal achievement is the Kerrigan one. So.
I
get
see.
that tonight.
Yeah.
Hard is it General Warfield or Minx? I think it's Minx. But yeah. Actually, yeah, General Warfield's normal, Minx is one of them, either way. I'm not really caring about those. And then I just have 3 achievements, get all up. And then I'm done. Dumpy.
Pretty good.
Then I have to play through it on normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned and we are ready for game number Between our good friends, FSZomgrofl, Zomgrofl and FSZomgrofl, Sylian. We're going to be going into this match on the map Calm Before the Storm. Gentlemen, are you ready?
I am ready.
Just a quick refresh of the rules would be nice.
Of course.
Really quick.
For those of you who weren't paying attention,
before you can take
these two gentlemen are going for the Funday Monday constraints, where they may not, under any circumstance, build gas before they have taken, in the case of Terran, 3 bases. In the case of Zerg, 4 bases. Good luck, and have fun, boys and girls. The game is starting. And again with the hotmail.com.
If you only marine me. Oh my god, the bases are so far apart! What is this?
Welcome to Calm Before the Storm, a GSL 2v2 map. Spawning in the bottom left-hand side, the blood-red Terran out for vengeance after his rather crushing defeat in game number 2. We have Sylian. And in the bottom right-hand side, asking what day of the week it is. I believe it's a Thursday, I believe. I wonder, is it... Is it Monday? It feels like a Monday. It feels like a Monday. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Zom, you clever bastard. Oh dear. A big shout out to Day9. Thank you for giving us this ridiculous topic. You'll have our submissions very, very soon. And, yeah, I have one of my own with a rather interesting playstyle against Zerg. But it's going to be fun to see what Marines and Zerglings, pretty much. Yeah, Marines and Zerglings, that's all he can do. Or, is he going to go for spine crawlers? I would just love to see that, spine crawlers. More spine crawlers. More spine crawlers. Spine crawlers, how about your base? No rush? Use all the rushes. We see Zomgrofl going for a very quick spawning pool after saying no rush. No? Is that a denial or a confirmation? We do not know. But we do see that a drone is moving out to take a pretty quick expansion, and one thing these players may quickly learn is that without taking any gas early on, they're going to be a lot more free to build all of those those mineral-intensive units. And we see here Sylian immediately going for an expansion after that first barracks. Probably going to be seeing another barracks dropped here soon, or perhaps a bunker. Around about, I would like to see the bunker placed around here, so it can give some protection around the high ground. Or perhaps even here. This first Marine, if it kills off this supply depot, should actually be able to create a lot of open space for bunker placement. Or perhaps for a second layer of wall-in should he get baneling busted. Which against his opponent is impossible because we see Zomgrofl is taking a third base. And up here, is this a drone? What are you doing, sir? Are you taking another base? We have very close to 300 minerals. We see this first SCV is going to scout the natural. Probably going to scout down here and see the third very soon. The third, which incidentally is a free expansion inside your own main base, just down the back-end side. It's vulnerable to harassment from air units, however, it's not going to be that damaging. Up here we see 300 minerals. Are we going to see a hatchery go down? Quite possibly not. We see the first 2 Zerglings come out, and they're going to chase this away. And let's have some names. It's good to have half of the screen blocked off. Back in the main base, we see that Sylian is getting them barracks, oddly enough. When you're limited to only minerals, that's all you can do. And we see Zomgrofl, he's taken his 4th base. He can now take his geysers. We see a spine crawler here for emergency defense, should he need it. But the power of a greedy Zerg, it's going to be interesting to behold, and just see exactly how much damage he's able to do. Whereas Terran, forced into a more turtling position, may actually be limited in what they're able to do. I'd have liked to have seen him push forward and at least wall off semi here, this area, and actually just focus more on defending this attack path here, which would allow him to push out, take his 3rd base, his 4th base around these rocks, and actually just be overall safe. We see his 3rd base going down, and we still see that neither player has opted to take their gas. An interesting thought, given that the only units on the field at the moment are 4 Zerglings and 7 Marines. How often can you actually say that at the 6-minute and 50-second mark? Versus Zerg? A lot! Because all they do in the early game is drone. And drones? Pretty good. However, spine crawlers, also pretty good, along with a wall-off. Now you don't need those. He doesn't have a factory yet. However, nice target for him. Causes the cancel one of these Evo chambers, and he's going to get a couple of Zerglings for his trouble before getting poked in the face by a giant elastic tentacle. And a little bit of pressure here is going to basically do some damage to this, but the Queen at this distance is actually just going to be able to pick these Marines up one by one. Managing to get 2 kills thus far, surprisingly dangerous. And we may have to see a transfuse go down, which we do. And this Queen has definitely become cost effective. Well spoken, Zom. We do see the gas geysers 1, 2, 3 and 4 are all going down now. We should be seeing gas geysers 5 and 6 relatively soon if we're going to see a mech style of play come out of Sylian. However, Zom is taking gas geysers 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 5 and 6, and not 7 and 8. It looks as though he's going to go for a mid-game timing rather than skipping completely up to Hive Tech. Now, what is he going to do? We have here all the Marine production from Sylian, taking advantage of that very early gas count to just build a lot of Marines. Who are you, Marine King Prime? Or are you just every Terran that people run into on the ladder ever? So we see a total of 6 barracks, going to be able to produce a significant number of Marines at a time. He does have to be careful not to get supply blocked, however, because he's just managed it right now with this last cycle of Marines. He's taken his 5th gas now, along with Zom still taking no additional geysers. What are we going to see as their chosen tech path? In production we see that the layer is almost complete, Zergling speed's about halfway done, in addition to Sim, Combat Shield, and +1/+1. We actually are still stuck on tier 1 units. And at the 11-ish minute mark, 10:30 to 11 minutes, you would expect Marines, Marauders, Medevacs to be doing a timing about now, but what these 2 players have done is they've decided to be extremely passive. They're just getting lots of units, they're not sure exactly what to do. They're not sure what their opponents could have with these wonky timings. So of course, Zomgrofl has decided to just build 34 Zerglings. Which means, very soon I imagine, with all of this gas being saved up, we're going to be seeing a Baneling nest. Banelings? Yeah! Yeah! Oh, hell yeah! And we see back here a Spore Crawler, and we see a Spire and Infestation bit going down. Interestingly, Zomgrofl is not actually going for a baneling nest at all. Which versus a Terran army such as this, banelings could actually be extremely useful at this point. And versus this force, he may not actually have enough to hold it off. No! 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 Yeah. Hello. The Marine's making a bit of a smiley face here, deciding to throw down a little bit of a nose. Or was that just one giant angry eyebrow? I can't decide exactly what that was. Perhaps it was those racing glasses for cyclists. We do, however, see that the spell is just about complete. No banelings versus a lot of Stim Marines equals a lot of trouble for Zerg. And we see that with 3 bases, Terran is actually able to execute a very strong Stim timing attack, just ever so slightly delayed. Instead of doing it off of 3 barracks, you do it off of 6. Who knew? And we see a lot of Zerglings being warped in to try and defend this, but the natural has fallen, the main is definitely under duress, and I'm surprised we haven't seen a spawning pool and a baneling nest go down at the extra expansion, hint hint hint, which would actually allow him to deal with this Marine Marauder army. However, with this many Marines inside the main, he's focusing down the spawning pool, and he's rallying more and more and more Marines, Marauders and Medevacs across the map. These Zerglings doing a surprising amount of damage. However, they do eventually get taken out, and Sylian looks as though he's going to take this show match with a resounding 2-1. In all fairness, this match should not have counted, given there was a little bit of a debacle with Game 1 in which my computer died after the game was pretty much certainly won by Zomgrofl. I declared a regame because I'm a bad man. We do see a lot of Mutalisks here, but Mutalisks die to Stimmed Marines. However, the Marauder count is actually very high here, and if he is able to kill off these Marines, he should be able to finish the rest of this army off. We see Sylian actually realizing this, has decided that he's going to just try and focus down the hatchery, and he gets it! 3 bases for an army. Now, what will Zomgrofl do? Will he rebuild this base, or will he actually just transfer all of these drones to the top of the map? We see he has quite a large number of resources saved up. Sylian, however, has been macroing like a boss in the meantime, or failing to, and has actually got a large number of minerals saved up. We see this Zergling on patrol. A nice trick that Zomgrofl likes to do in his spare time is go to take out this SCV and force the cancel on the extra command center.
It's a base, like, bloody map.
And we see that Sylian really wants to find his opponent. Looking at the unit side, we do see that he's managed to get up to...
Yeah, he did, yes.
Yeah.
He did, Mark.
Minimap says yes.
I would have gladly done that against the Protoss, but against someone with Marines, that's imbalanced. It's silly.
Well, we have a GG, and the series is tied up at 2-2.
That was a BG.
I'm going to declare it as a draw overall. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for the show match. It's been much appreciated.
That's right, yeah.
So, Sylian, what are your opinions of the Fun Day Monday challenge?
Zom here said, yeah, it is actually, I would say, favourite towards Terra, because Terra can just use minions to bunker and Marines. I didn't build too many Marines, so if Zom did 6-pull me, I probably would have died, or if he did, we couldn't do banning buffs either, so just all you have to do is just build up a nice wall, basically like the Forge Bastion and Toss do, and you just build up a wall, and just build Marines, plenty of them, and then you just immediately grab 6 gas and get your third base, and then you just build up a whole pot medis, and then you can just marine attack because your Zerg player won't have enough banelings up. Now if you have banelings, I could just split.
I do think that his lack of a baneling nest did cost him quite a lot in that match. He went for Spire, but he went for no baneling nest for defense. If he'd actually got a baneling nest, it's entirely possible that he could have held off your push with relative ease. I feel just his lack of getting that as a defensive structure in the early game probably cost him after he got his 4th base. Because he had his 4th base by the 6-7 minute mark. And from that, when he took his extra geysers, he actually had enough gas to produce Mutalisks and to produce a lot of Banelings. So had he actually gone for Banelings or a Baneling nest immediately, there's a very high chance he would have been able to hold that off.
Yes. Yeah, based on that, I agree.
Indeed. Well then, Sylian, are there any shoutouts that you'd like to give before we say goodbye?
Oh, no. So, see you all, whoever's listening. Good to do it.
Well, there's always the VODs, and they shall be immortalised on YouTube forever, so choose your words carefully, my friend.
No, nothing to say.
You have nothing to say to the fusion slugs? How dare you? Fine, I give the win 2-1 to Zomgrofl. Nah, I'm good, man. You both played excellently, and thank you very much for your time in doing that.
That's right, yeah. Okay, see ya.
No, not straight away.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah, we're gonna split.
Oh yeah.
Well, Zomgrofl, I would like to thank you for your participation in that match. Can I borrow you for a minute to get your opinion on Fun Day Monday, beyond it being imbalanced?
Yes. There was no way I was gonna win. All Steve had to do was hold the egg.
One thing I was actually mentioning in the stream, I did try and cast the final game quite seriously, and I noticed that you had quite a lot of gas built up after you got your lair. You could have got a Baneling nest, and you did actually throw down the Spire. The Spire finished just as he was arriving. If you'd thrown down a Baneling nest when you threw down your lair, you would have had it ready in time to scout the push coming at the watchtower and morph in emergency Banelings. You probably could have held that attack if you'd got a Baneling nest earlier.
No, because that would have gone completely against my build that I was trying to... I was just going to go mass ult.
Well, it would have worked that way, but it only would have delayed you going in that tech and kept you alive. Because you spend 50 gas on a Baneling nest, which can keep you alive if you need it to. As opposed to dying flat out. What do you think?
Well, yeah, obviously if I put the Baneling nest down, I probably could have won. But that's, like, pretty much against the point. He had all those Marines and obviously a shit ton of stuff behind. It wouldn't have mattered if I held that off. He still had the tanks and that behind his A key. So it wouldn't have mattered if I held that one off with Banelings. I wouldn't have been able to kill the tanks with my Banelings on.
That's a good point.
So
I actually
either
didn't have any
way,
tanks,
I was
though, but
going
I had
to
a
lose
few
that
coming.
one. No, you did have tanks. I saw the tanks there.
Yeah, I did.
You killed my third with tanks.
By that point, the
So
attack had
either
been
way, I was
coming
gonna-
for 2 minutes.
It didn't matter.
And he had no Marines and Marauder production to go with that. If you'd held off the first wave of attack with minimal damage except to Banelings, you could have easily crushed the reinforcements
Well,
with
if I tried
Zerglings.
hard in school, I could have gotten an OP1 and been a therapist. Fuck. A lot of stuff could have gone differently in that game, but I didn't do that, and it didn't work. So,
The joys of Fun Day Monday. Well, thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure doing
no problem.
the stream with you. I'm going to jump into the caster channel and wrap up the stream, and then I will see you guys in a minute.
Make sure I'm against the Protoss next time. GG.
That's I shall. Bye-bye. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Everyone, go to the Fusion Slugs page on Facebook. You'll see it right there. Go and say hi. By all means, give mad hearts to Sylian and Zom. Excellent people for actually taking their time to have a show match for me, where pretty much all I did was dick around with them. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to go onto the North American server rather than the Southeast Asian server and have a little bit of streaming action, whereby every game I must carry a rush. Oh, it's going to be fun, going to be fun. I will see you tomorrow. Big props to Corinne, big props to the Fusion Slugs, big props to Holiday Raid for the lovely music. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.